Hey guys, what is up? Teen Hustler here, back at you with another video. And I know that I said I'd be back last video, which was made like maybe like 2-3 months ago, but this time I'm actually back. It's summertime and school has ended for me, so there isn't really much for me to do anymore, and I can put that time and energy back into hustling, so there we go. So this video is basically what the title says. I purchased $500 worth of inventory, and if you know what I mainly sell, and that is video games, my niche is basically in video games. I know a lot about them, and it doesn't really take much effort for me to be able to buy and resell them. And so I picked up two $250 lots. I'm going to be showing you the first one. The first one is a little bit better than the second one, but I feel like they're both equally profitable, but the first one is probably just a little tiny bit more profitable than the second one. So here's the story. So basically I was at school, and I wasn't really doing anything at the time, so I just went on Craigslist and I was just browsing, and I saw this ad. If I still have the picture of the ad, I will post it here. So I saw a picture of this ad for a bunch of Nintendo stuff for $250, and it had a picture of a Super Nintendo, boxed Nintendo 64, a bunch of boxed N64 games, and what else did it have? Super Nintendo games. I think that was about it. So, oh, and then it also came with 2 iPods or whatever. That was really random. But I came with that stuff, and immediately I messaged a guy. I texted the guy because there was the ad was posted an hour ago, and I thought, honestly, in my area, if you don't like jump on stuff within 15 minutes of it being posted, it's gone. Like, there's so many resellers in my area. A lot of you ask like how I even like get all these games, and to be honest, it's just that, like, I guess because I'm a kid, it's easier for me to be on the internet a lot. And because of that, because I don't have to like work per se, it makes it a lot easier for me to just be online, look up stuff whenever I'm free or have any free time, and then I can just text them right away. And yeah, so that's basically how I get the majority of my stuff, just because I contact people first, or I check frequently. So those are the 2 main things. And honestly, if you guys didn't know, I live in the Bay Area, and the Bay Area has a huge population of people, so there's a lot of resellers around, and it's definitely not only just me that's going to garage sales and getting stuff from Craigslist and stuff like that. But anyway, so long story short, this guy texts me back. He says that it's still available, and we set up a time and place to do it. I asked him to take the ad down. I always ask people to take the ad down, because no matter how nice they sound, some people will always just give in to the people that offer more money, and not many people like to hold their word, if I want to say it that way, based on my past experiences. So definitely ask people to take the ad down, and then we arranged a time to meet, and on the day of, he actually ended up bringing his PlayStation stuff. He told me through text that he wanted $150 for his other PS stuff, but I wasn't really interested, just because $150 was a little bit steep for what he had. And honestly, PlayStation stuff is not worth that much unless for like certain titles. PS1 is a little bit better than PS2, but overall, just I wasn't really feeling it for $150, so I passed on it. But then he ended up bringing the PlayStation stuff anyway on the day that we met, and he just gave it to me for free, including with the $250. So that was an amazing deal. That just made the deal so much better. But even if I'd only bought the Nintendo stuff for $250, that would have been already amazing. So think about how much more amazing it would have been. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the stuff. I'm not gonna go through the PS2 games. He did like give me like a huge just bag full of PS2 games, but I don't feel like the PS2 games are like that necessary to show, just because there isn't really anything too good in here. Off the top of the bag, I see Dark Cloud. I guess that's pretty good. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy stuff. yada yada yada, like the typical PS2 titles. There isn't anything like rare or anything in here. So I'm gonna just leave that there. And then I'll show you guys the PS1 stuff. The PS1 stuff is actually pretty dang nice. If I can take everything out. Alright, we got Triple Play 2000. Hopefully it's focusing. Sorry for the glare. Try my best to get rid of that. We got Final Fantasy VII, Greatest Hits. We got Saga Frontier. Final Fantasy 11. Or 9, sorry, 9. 11 is on the PS2. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. And all these are in really, really nice condition. This guy kept pretty good care of his stuff. We have Spyro the Dragon. If you find this Black Label, it's worth quite a bit of money. We have NBA Live 2000. Atari. Anniversary Edition Redux. Namco Museum Volume 1. Final Fantasy Tactics. Madden 99. Fighting Force. VR Golf 97. And we have Final Fantasy 8. Complete. Everything is in complete condition. Dino Crisis. And the last one is NASCAR 2000. So all those PS1 games, majority of them were really nice titles, as you probably saw. Pretty much like, there were like some sports games, but honestly, they weren't that bad. And could definitely, I mean, like, for the amount of good games there were, I didn't mind the amount of sports games that there were either. So here we go. I may or may not be posting the prices just because it takes a long time to look it up. But yeah, I guess it's kind of like some like pre-posting workout. So that was the PS1 games. As you guys can see, there was a lot of good titles. So even though there were a couple sports titles, that pretty much balanced it out. Just pretty much made it up. And next, I'll go on to this really random thing. We had one Nintendo DS game, which was Age of Empires: The Age of Kings, and it's actually not a bad game. This is probably like, I think it was like $15 or something, somewhere around there. And then he also had a complete in-box Nintendo DS Lite, the black one. Everything is in here. All the pamphlets, all the instruction booklets, basically everything. So very nice find. Yeah, it's pretty much in perfect condition. There's nothing really wrong with it. And then let's move on to the systems. Just to get these out of the way. Probably should have done this first, but we have a boxed PS1 system, complete. Everything is in here. That's the first model. Too bad he didn't have the complete box version of the screen, because if he had that one, that would have been worth a lot of money. Next up, we have a complete in-box PS2. Fat, not the slim. Kind of wish it was the slim though, because easier to ship out, and it's worth about the same. And last but not least, we have a box Nintendo 64. And this is the Atomic Purple edition. The Atomic Purple controller isn't actually in here, but I don't know if he gave me an extra ones. Maybe he did. I have some controllers that are like on my desk right now, but I'm not sure if those controllers belong to something else. So they probably belong to something else. So I'm just gonna leave it. But there's a gray controller in here, so I have to put in the purple controller before I ship it out. But it's nice finding the Atomic Purple edition, because I've never really run across that one before. It's only just like the smaller box one with the regular gray controller. So that are the box systems. I do have one non-box system, and it is this Super Nintendo. You couldn't find the hookups for it, so, and it's pretty yellowed, but I mean, I have extra hookups that, funny thing is, last year, I found a bunch of like super crazy games. I made a video about it actually, but found a bunch of super crazy games. But the guy could find everything except for the system itself. So he probably threw it away sometime because he thought he didn't have the wires for it. But the wires were actually with the games that he found for the Super Nintendo. So I have, basically, what I'm trying to say is I have a free set of wires that I could pair with this. So, there we go, I just gotta test it out. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. So, I'll clean it up later. And then, let's move on to the games. The games are basically what made this deal for the Nintendo stuff. Now, I really hope I do have everything. I feel like I'm missing some stuff, but I probably am not. So I'm just going to go right into it. So, for Super Nintendo, we have these games. He only had 4, but still some pretty nice titles. We have Street Fighter 2. The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Really nice find. Sorry if it's not focusing, I can't really tell, but hopefully it is. I don't think it is, though. And Super Mario World. So we have those 4 all fetching from 10 to probably, like, I don't know, like 40, 50 bucks. So that was nice. And then we have a bunch of boxed games. Oh, the only boxed Super Nintendo game that we had was NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Still, it is a boxed game. To be honest, I don't really find many boxed Super Nintendo games. I find a lot of boxed N64 games time to time, but Nintendo games and NES games are super hard for me to come across. But yeah, I guess people in my era just don't keep boxes for that long ago. A lot of them are Nintendo 64 people. And then we have some N64 games. We have WCW, no W, whatever, Renge. Basically, this WWE game. I don't really know what it's supposed to stand for. We got NFL Blitz. And then we also got Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest, I believe. No, The Winning Run. This isn't a Blockbuster video thing, so the card is basically all messed up. And then we have these games. These are the really good ones. We have Ogre Battle 64, and also another tip, guys. If you get like expensive games, box games, buy these protectors for them, because honestly, I've damaged so many like expensive like box games as a kid, or like just even from last year, I've damaged them just from moving them around. And like putting them on shelves and stuff like that. Like, stuff happens, like stuff gets crushed, so definitely like put them in protective cases like this, and until you sell them, and then you can just take it out once it sells, because I don't want to risk damaging anything, and I don't think you guys should either. So, and these are relatively cheap. They're about, I want to say, like $1 to like 80 cents for one. But think about it, if this is like an $80 game right here. And if this gets crushed, if the box gets crushed, the value will go down very dramatically. So, don't crush your games. Don't crush your box games. Next up, we got Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Super Smash Bros. Sorry, not Brawl. Brawl is on the Wii. I keep getting that mixed up. Box complete, and then we also have The Legend of Zelda, boxed and complete. And then probably the most crazy thing here is, or like not crazy, but just interesting, is Pokemon Stadium, boxed and complete. If this was Pokemon Stadium 2, it would have been worth a good penny, but this is the first one. Box is a little damaged, as you guys can see. Probably won't focus for me. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, there we go. Box is a little damaged, but nothing too bad. So, yeah, but everything is complete in here, the manual, everything, all the little pamphlet stuff, so that will, help its value. And then inside of there, I did not expect this, actually, was a copy of Pokemon Red, and this copy is in really mint condition, as you guys can see. There's practically nothing wrong with it. So that was a bonus that I did not expect. And so this was the first $250 bundle. I have to get this stuff cleared out of my floor because there's a lot of stuff in front of me right now. And then I'll go ahead and show you the other $250 bundle. So stay tuned. Alright, so here is the second $250 bundle. This bundle I actually picked up from Let Go. I didn't haggle the price pretty much. Or he was asking $300 at first, but then he said if I went to go pick it up in his town, then he could make it $250, and I took his offer because $50 is a lot. And so it's a N64 bundle. Here's the N64. It has the expansion pack. I can get it out. Oh my god. The expansion pack. That took me 5 seconds to take out. And then it came with all the hookups and stuff like that. It had a couple of transfer packs. And then it came with 3 controllers. One gray, one atomic purple. And it also came with another atomic purple. But this one, the joystick is not the original joystick. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But there's that. Came with 3 memory cards, 2 off-brand, and 1 original. And then it also came with a bunch of manuals and stuff for some of the games here. We got Aero Fighters Assault. We got NFL Blitz. And Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. NBA Hang Time. Resident Evil 2. And Star Wars Episode 1 Racers. So there's those. I'll put that aside for now. And then also came with 1 box game, Jet Force Gemini. But the box is in really minty shape, so that's pretty exciting. The game doesn't go for much though, so that sucks. But I wish it was like $100 game, but it's not. We also have the manual. The guidebook for Jet Force Gemini in minty shape. And then the games are basically what made me pay $250 for it. It came with a good, I want to say 30 games or so. The first one here is a Game Shark. This is a version 2.0. If you have to find the version, if you find version 2.2, I believe, that one is worth about $30 to $40. So look out for that one. 2.0 is only worth about $20 or so, 20, 15, somewhere around there. And I don't think I can see, but these are all the games that it came with. So it's gonna take me a while to go through all of them. Stay put. Alright, so I got some of them out. So let's start. We got Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, Donkey Kong 64, Diddy Kong 64, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I will be listing all of these right after this video. We got GoldenEye 007, Turok 3, Turok 2, Rampage 2 Universal Tour. We got Doom 64 with label damage, NBA Hang Time. This game is actually worth a little bit of money. I think it was like $20, even though it's a sports game, so look out for this one. I'll show a close-up of that. Pokemon Stadium, Paperboy, 007 Everything or Nothing, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Mario Kart 64 with a damaged label, kind of faded, Resident Evil 2, Body Harvest, Super Mario 64, Quake 2, Perfect Dark, Turok, the first one, Army Men Sergeant's Heroes, Army Men Air Combat, Army Men Sergeant's Heroes 2, and Superman. Next up we got Star Wars Battle for Naboo, Madden Football 64, WWE Attitude Get It, Cruisin' USA, Bomberman 64, Toy Story 2, and NFL Blitz. And then we're coming to the last of them. We got Extreme GXG2, Star Fox 64 with the damage label as well. Let's see if it focus. No, maybe. Yeah, you guys can kind of see that. Kind of faded. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Aero Fighters Assault, Star Wars Episode 1 Racers, Lego Racers, and Rush 2 Extreme Racing USA. And the last two games in here is pretty nice. We got Road Rash 64. This game is actually pretty expensive, so look out for it. The label's kind of damaged. Right here, there's some like nail marks on it. And then we also got Snowboard Kids 2, which is very nice as well. So those are all the games. My bed is a mess. As you guys can probably see. Holy cow. But yeah, so that is the other $250 pickup. I have a lot to list, a lot to do. Oh, I forgot. So in the first $250 bundle, I mentioned that it came with 2 iPods. This is the first iPod. It's just like a nano, 4 gigabyte, pretty old. It does work though, which is awesome. It's really dirty though. I couldn't get it to clean. So sorry about that, guys. Someone just came into my room. And we also have an iPod Touch. This is 2nd generation because the camera doesn't work. But it's a 4 gigabyte model. And the thing is that the guy never peeled off like the front of the screen. Like there's a tab right here, and he never peeled that part off. So that's kind of confusing. But basically a brand new screen, except the back is scratched to shit. But anyway, so that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's super long, but I picked up a lot of stuff. I need to go listing like right away because I need to get my money back. But so that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to see more, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. So I forgot to mention that I also came with 4, the first N64 bundle came with 4 of these N64 games. The first video game bundle came with 4 of these N64 games. So we got Diddy Kong 64, we got Diddy Kong Racing, sorry. Star Wars Episode 1 Racers. Mario Tennis, I haven't seen this game in a while. As well as Mario Party. This game always messes me up because I always think it's Mario Party 3 because of the little thingamabob right here on the box. But yeah, so just something I thought I'd tell you guys. And hello. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.